Hey banana viewers, I am boosted. I am coping about my teammates. I am moving the goalposts. I hate myself. I am an asshole. I'm boosted. I'm coping about my teammates. I'm moving the goalposts. I hate myself. I hate myself. I hate this community. I hate myself. You've ever felt this way?
Can't say that I have. Jesus Christ, are you apologizing or trying to guilt trip me? Christ.
Baba Bowie.
WestJett.
What is up, Pangea and India? WestJett 6'5", Venezuelan trillionaire here, and today we're talking about WooHooJin's apology video. Oh, and literally 0% of you are subscribed, so be sure to subscribe. Yeah. Maybe you're living under a rock, Dwayne Johnson, and you don't know the whole WooHooJin lore. Well, basically, WooHooJin got exposed for being a fraud because he was carried by one of his old students named JG, my fedora tipping king.
WooHooJin's a fraud. If you were ever Radiant, how could you ever de-rank down to Ascendant 3? It's legit impossible. So the only thing I can think of is that he got boosted. Do you guys agree or no? Think about it like this. He was 700 RR Radiant. For him to become a Hardstuck Ascendant 3, it's a 7 rank difference.
This was long before the apology. This was Adam and Eve. This was Genesis. This was the first thing that exposed WooHooJin, its career. WooHooJin had the best reputation in Valorant as well. Joel's is the Antichrist and WooHooJin was Saint Peter, calling your name, telling you to improve in Valorant, and suddenly all that turned 180 upside down. Today we're going to look at the quirks and features of his apology video and give it a Doug score out of 10.
Over time, I have completely lost myself to content creation. My original inspirations for my coaching content, believe it or not, were Mr. Rogers and Dr. K.
Emotional, damn it!
Wait, that's Uncle Roger, not Mr. Rogers, my fault.
Their willingness to accept everyone for who they were and their unwavering patience made me feel an indescribable comfort that I wanted to spread far and wide. I'd like to believe that in my early days, I was able to achieve such a feeling from my streams. However, that WooHooJin is long lost to time. I've become a narcissistic asshole, unworthy of any online following whatsoever.
So far, the apology is good, but it's not great. Firstly, why are you adding music in the background? This means I can't put the classic Naruto theme over it, which is, L already, but nevertheless, what do you mean you don't deserve a platform, though? That's a little sketchy to me. Like, are you throwing a pity party? Like, literally, Neon has a platform.
I want to preface this analysis by first taking complete ownership of fault. I screwed up here, and nobody is to blame except for me. I even recognized these issues starting to arise in my content and failed to take sufficient action. I dropped the ball.
Taking full ownership shows maturity 100%. Now, I've seen some idiots saying that he only apologized because he got caught, and that's like the dumbest sentence I've heard in my life. Like, duh, that's how apologies work. If you yoink a cookie from the cookie jar and nobody catches you, you don't apologize. You only apologize if your mom catches your ass, which is what's happening here. It's perfectly normal.
I'm hoping this video will serve a purpose beyond just an apology. I believe it is core to the human condition that we become used to our circumstance, and I do not want you to make the same mistakes I've made.
My dream of being a Valorant coach is ruined, thanks.
Let's start from the beginning. The first mistake I made in content creation. I lied about being a Radiant player. I'll be completely honest. At the time, I did not see anything wrong with embellishing my accomplishments to advertise for a product I knew would be great. But instead of ruminating on whether or not it was wrong to lie to my audience, I allowed myself to take the easy route and hastily justified my choice with morally gray rationalizations.
So the reason WooHooJin's even apologizing again is because WooHooJin was gonna hit Radiant to prove the haters wrong, to shut them up once and for all, and unfortunately he couldn't make it in the timeline. He was very close, he got to like Immortal 3 and then dropped back down to Ascendant. WooHooJin had a lot of pressure under himself. When you're trying to hit a rank within a certain timeline, you start to play worse, and quite frankly, he fell into that trap.
After all, wouldn't anyone lie to get a shot at their dream job? No, they wouldn't. And even if they would, lying to get a job is different from falsifying a certification.
Bro just summed up the whole plot of Suits. Very cool. WooHooJin's like the guy who started working for the law firm without the law degree. That's literally stolen valor.
I did not choose to see things this way at the time, but with a bit more thought behind my actions, I'm sure I could have. I'm sorry for everyone who felt and still feels betrayed by this decision I made so hastily in the beginning of my career. If I had any words of advice to my past self, I'd tell him, to just openly admit the mistake as soon as possible.
I understand you're doing a little bit of damage control, WooHooJin, but people are gonna hate on you regardless for this. So like, I feel like this is just futile, you know? It's not gonna go anywhere. There's still gonna be trolls. And you got the ukulele track in the background. Who are you apologizing to? I've yet to see a student of yours complain and say they want their money back. So like, at the end of the day, your product is good. While I understand this is a big deal, I don't think it's like a catastrophic deal. The FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, ain't out there trying to molest you, you know what I mean? Japan's apology was shorter for Pearl Harbor, to be honest.
It genuinely felt like the entire world was rooting for my downfall. Everyone wanted me to fail, and judgment was being levied against my character day in and day out. I was completely devastated because they were right. I am an asshole. I am boosted. I am coping about my teammates. I am moving the goalposts. I hate myself. I am an asshole. I'm boosted. I'm coping about my teammates. I'm moving the goalposts. I hate myself. I hate myself. I hate this community. I hate myself. You've ever felt this way? Please trust me when I say this. You can change. People support you.
My opinion, actions speak louder than words, and you know, pulling at people's heartstrings and sort of playing on that empathy is a little weird to me, in my opinion, but he does justify it in the next part.
Let's talk next steps. I don't plan on changing overnight, but I do plan on taking immediate action. First off, I've talked to my coach, Dopai. My Raze to Radiant series is returning to solo queue only. Second, I need more time before I go live to give proper attention to my mental health.
I don't know about y'all, but adding music to an apology video is weird in my opinion. Like, I disagree with you, WooHooJin. Like, I love you, brother, but this is not right. Like, you can't be doing that.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
That just sounds ingenuine to me, not gonna lie. And the only person you should really apologize to is Career, because he got smoked because of you.
WooHooJin's a fraud.
And you're a weirdo. Also, why do you have your height in all your social media bios? You think someone's gonna see that and be like, this guy's 6'5"? That is sick. I need to follow.
If you were ever Radiant, how could you ever de-rank down to Ascendant 3?
Reason for this is probably because he hit Radiant when he was grinding every day, no life in a video game like you've done since the game released.
WooHooJin meat riders had no chill. They straight up crucified my boy. What the hell?
Now he's realized making content is way more rewarding than queuing ranked for 8 hours a day. That's probably why he's got 300k subscribers while you're paying editors to not even break 1,000 views on a video.
Please be patient, but stern with me as I try to become the best banana I can be.
That said, some of the aspects of WooHooJin's apology felt a little guilt-trippy and maybe a little manipulative, but I can't really say that without actually waiting for the future. 9 out of 10 apology video in my opinion. He admitted his wrongdoings and, you know, gave a plan of how he was gonna improve. So yeah, W guy. Also, why are you even apologizing? In my opinion, none of your paid customers even care. Nobody's gonna go like, oh, Tard, WooHooJin's a fraud. I guess I better pay Joel's $200. Like, no, nobody cares.
Everyone tells me I changed. I shit my pants. I had to change.
Let's go! 'Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away.